and welcome my dear friends to my new video. And as you can see, today's plan was Tour of Watopia 2023 Stage 2. There were 3 route choices to pick up from. The first one was the longest one on Bigfoot Hills, over 70 kilometers long and over 700 vertical meters. Second one was the mid-range one on Out and Back again. It was somewhere over 42 kilometers long and something over 300 vertical meters. And the third one was the shortest one. It was on Watopia's Waistband, 27 kilometers and somewhere around 100 vertical meters. For this event I have chosen the shortest one, the Watopia's Waistband. Not because I'm pussy, but seriously, I don't wanna have 70 kilometers long race. I don't wanna deal with climbs. I'm a sprinter. I want a comfortable and easy race. So for this reason, I have chosen the shortest one, the Watopia's Waistband. My goals for this race were pretty simple because I'm a sprinter and this was a flat race. I tried to have a good start, to be in a front group. In that front group I tried to position myself directly in the middle to have a good draft, to conserve as much energy as possible. That will be useful later in a final sprint. At this day I felt really good. I started my recovery week. I just want to have at least one strong session, and this was the reason why I joined this second stage of Tour of Watopia. I did that race pretty good. I did only one mistake on a Tempus Fugit on that 3% climb. I unfortunately slept a little bit off and positioned myself on the second half of the pack, and on the very top of the climb there happened a split, and I need to close that gap down, and wasted too much energy. But fortunately I was able to recover and use my energy to the full potential in the final sprint. Also, before the race I did my research as usual. I was checking the Zwift power, the sign-ups, who or what the riders signed for this race. Because it was a flat race, I know there will be a finishing sprint, so I sorted out riders in my category by their maximum power. And there were 3 riders that stand out, that were I think the strongest one. The first one was Karl Fredrik Gudjonsson, second one was Andreas Hackstedt, both are from Sweden, and the third one was Mikhail Semin from Russia. I think Mikhail had the strongest 15 seconds from all of the guys that were signed in this event. I also checked his previous races and he did pretty good. He won some of them, so I knew before the race that those 3 guys will be potentially the strongest one in the final sprint. And I just print screened them and showed their names on my laptop, because I don't want to memorize them. I just want to 3 kilometers before the finish check out my screen, and I saw those 3 names. And I am also using source for Zwift, and on my second monitor I have some extra data that I am looking for. I'm seeing all guys around me in a group, and I am what data I'm looking for. The first and the most important one is the intensity factor of every person in the race. Intensity factor is nothing more than your FTP watts divided by average watts in that race. Everybody had over 90% of intensity factor, but I think only Semin had something around 84%, so I knew that he should be the freshest one in the final sprint. So when we approached the final kilometer, I was looking around where he is and tried to respond to his attack. I will not be commentating the whole race. I will let you enjoy it without my voice being present. I will only analyze the two situations later. The first one will be on that climb on the end of the Tempus Fugit when the split happened, and second one will be my sprint effort, how I approach it, how I position myself, and when I started to sprint. So I will see you later. I will put those two markers in a timestamp into the video, and I will let you enjoy the rest of the race.
Nice. Right on.
So we are now approaching that 2-3% climb after the Tempus Fugit. I try to push myself towards the front of the pack to see if there are any attacks that I will need to respond to. I try to do my hard tempo, but as you can see, it didn't work out pretty well. I am going backwards towards the end of the pack. The guys in front are doing like the mad tempo to get rid of the strong and durable sprinters. At this moment, I was seriously afraid of some gaps started to opening up, and as you can see, right at this moment, the split happened. I didn't hesitate no more than I needed to. I ramped up my watts per kg up and tried to close that gap as soon as possible. And right at the moment that I bridged to the front pack, I started my recovery. Here was that downhill section, and I also had my aero boost. I used it, and at this moment my recovery starts, and I was hoping to get my energy back as soon as possible. Okay friends, so now we are approaching that short but steep riser when you are going towards the volcano climb. At this moment I didn't want the same situation to happen me twice in a one race, so I was better prepared for this. I pushed myself towards the front of the pack, and right at the moment when the riser started, I ramp up my watts and try to stay to the front of the pack as much as possible. Downside of this effort was that it didn't finish on the top of the riser, but it lasts longer until we reach to the volcano cave or tunnel. So it was pretty hard effort, pretty long effort for me, but I needed to do that to stay with the pack. There were a lot of strong guys, and as you can see right in front of me was that lead sprinter or the best sprinter in the race, Mikhail Semin. And right at this moment the effort finished, and my recovery to the final parts of the race started.
Hammer time!
Okay friends, so now we are approaching the final of the race. We are 1 kilometer to go. I am trying to position myself not directly in the front of the pack, but to be fourth, fifth wheel. There are still no attacks happening. I am still trying to maximize my draft to the perfection, and I think before this arc where we will pick up the aero power up, there is a first early flyer, and by few seconds there will be a second rider that will go after him. Right at this moment there is the second dude that is going after him. I am still into the draft. There is third one, there is fourth one. I am still drafting like a motherfucker, and by few seconds on the left side the light blue and the pink Tron bike is Mikhail Semin. I saw that he started his sprint effort. I started mine as well. I was trying to maximize his slipstream as much as possible, and as you can see, the perfect lead out of this race happened by him, and I took the victory. All I want to add to this video is thank you, bro. Thank you for this awesome lead out. Thank you for this perfect Christmas gift. And also I want to thank you to you viewers that you are watching my videos. I would be very pleased if you can give me a like and maybe subscribe. If you have some interesting things to say or have some interesting questions, please do that in the comment section down below. I am Milan, and I am looking forward to see you in my future videos. Have a nice time, and bye bye.